How's it going, people? Well, I'm up on Mount Hope. I got an okay chapter to read. About 6 drinks in it. I brought some hard liquor, but I just had a big turkey dinner. And I don't know if I want to put myself through that. So I think I'll stick with something a little lighter. It's Mickey's Ice Brewed Ale. Sounds good. Never tried it. Chapter 6 of the 3rd book of Nephi. The people are prospered. Pride, wealth, and class distinction follows. The church rent by dissension. Deeds of darkness. All right. Verse 1. And now it came to pass oh, that's perfect. Hits the spot. The spot that hasn't been hit yet. That the people of the Nephites did all return to their own lands in the 26th year. Every man with his family, his flocks and his herds, his horses, because they got horses, and his cattle, they got cattle, and all things whatsoever did belong unto them. They could have said, hey, they came and they brought all their stuff. Writing on gold. 2. And it came to pass that they had not eaten up all their provisions. Therefore, they did take with them all that they had not devoured, of all their grain of every kind, and all their gold and silver of every kind, because those are yummy, and all their precious things. And they did return to their own lands and their possessions, both on the north and on the south, both on the land northward and on the land southward. I'm not making this up, honestly. 3. And they granted unto those robbers who had entered into a covenant to keep the peace of the band who were desirous to remain Lamanites, lands according to their numbers, that they might have with their labors wherewith to subsist upon. And thus they did establish peace in all the land. 4. And they began again to prosper and to wax great. And the 26th and 7th years passed away, and there was great order in the land, and they had formed their laws according to equity and justice. 5. And now there there was nothing in all the land to hinder the people from prospering continually, except they should fall into transgression, which you know they're going to do. They're only human. 6. And now it was Gidgadoni and the judge Laconius and those who had been appointed leaders, who had established this great peace in the land. 7. And it came to pass that there were many cities built anew, and there were many old cities repaired. 8. And there were many highways cast up. Wow. And many roads made, which led from city to city, and from land to land, and from place to place, but we just can't find a trace of these highways and roads and concrete buildings, and yet we can find petrified ruts from the Oregon Trail today in spots. I'm told. I could be wrong. But anyway, 9. And thus passed away the 28th year, and the people had continual peace. 10. But it came to pass in the 29th year, there began to be disputings among the people. And that's how it starts. It's one big slippery slope after that. And some were lifted up unto pride and boasting, because of their exceeding great riches, yea, even unto great persecutions. 11. For there were many merchants in the land, and also many lawyers, and many officers. 12. And the people began to be distinguished by ranks, according to their riches, and their chances for learning. Yea, some were ignorant because of their poverty, and others did receive great learning because of their riches. 13. Some were lifted up in pride, and others were exceedingly humble. Some did return railings for railings, while others would receive railings and persecution of all manner and afflictions, and would not turn and revile again, but were humble and penitent before God. 14. Wow. And thus there became a great inequality in all the land, insomuch that the church began to be broken up, yea, insomuch that in the 30th year the church was broken up in all the land, save it were among a few of the Lamanites, who were converted unto the true faith. That's this one. And they would not depart from it. For they were firm and steadfast, and immovable, willing with all the diligence to keep the commandments of the Lord. 15. Now, the cause of this iniquity of the people was this: Satan had great power unto the stirring up of the people to do all manner of iniquity, and to the puffing them up with pride, tempting them to seek for power and authority and riches and the vain things of the world. You know, this one that we're on right now. 16. And thus Satan did lead away the hearts of the people to do all manner of iniquity. Therefore, they had enjoyed peace but a few years. 17. And thus, in the commencement of the 30th year, the people having been delivered up for the space of a long time, to be carried about by the temptations of the devil, whithersoever he desired to carry them, and to do whatsoever iniquity he desired they should. And thus, in the commencement of this, the 30th year, in case you thought they had moved ahead already, they haven't. They were in a state of awful wickedness. That's awful. 18. Now, they did not sin ignorantly, so they're doubly guilty. For they knew the will of God concerning them, for it had been taught unto them. Therefore, they did willfully rebel against God. 19. And now, it was in the days of Lyconius, the son of Lyconius, for Lyconius did fill the seat of his father, and did govern the people that year. 20. And there began to be men inspired from heaven, and sent forth. I can't wait, sorry. Oops. 20. And there began to be men inspired from heaven and sent forth, standing among the people in all the land, preaching and testifying boldly of the sins and iniquities of the people, and testifying unto them concerning the redemption of the Lord, which the Lord would make for his people, or in other words, the resurrection of Christ, after he croaks in about a year or two, or 3, or who knows. It's AD 30, by the way, according to the footnote, like they need to say now, since they're in sync finally. Ah, shit, I got too long. Alright, you know what? Break here.